guys. So today I'm going to do a book review video, and I only have five books. And they were all okay except for one of them. So this one I got at a flea market, and this is called Houses of Horror by Richard Winter, I guess. I don't know. And it's a small little book. It has 19 chapters in it. In this book, each chapter is about a real life haunting or haunted house. And it has like pictures of like a little snippet like right here of all the different places they talked about in the book so far. And these are like, some of them were good, and some of them were okay. Like the Houdini one was good. Some of them on the back are A Voice from the Grave, Is Houdini Still Alive, Hoof Beasts of Death, and Vengeful Spirits. And, you know, I sort of like those haunting shows on TV. Like, I never watched Ghost Hunters, but I watched, like, different ones on different channels. And I like those, and then like when you read about them, it's cool because you're like, you can't really like go to those places, but you have like people's point of view. And this is like, these books, like I don't know when this book was published because it wasn't published like recently, but yeah, I really liked it. It was a really nice little book. It was really good. Some chapters are longer than others. This is a Harlequin romance book. I got this at a flea market too. And this is called The Baby Truce. And I guess the series is Too Many Cooks. And this is what it looks like. And this book, it was sort of stupid. Let's just put it that way. Because it's about this couple broke up, and the girl found out she's pregnant, and she, I think she owns, or she helps, she's a caterer, and she gets, her ex-boyfriend comes to the catering business because he messed up at his old job, he did something bad, and his agent said, well, you have to do, like, a menial chef job until, you get a better rep. And then you can do, like, the big leagues again. So, he finds out, she tells him she's pregnant, and that's their journey, you know. It really wasn't that good of a book. It was in a larger print, but, that just meant, like, the words were bigger on a page, but it wasn't that good. This book is, V.C. Andrews' Sage's Eyes, and this is what it looks like. And this book, the beginning of it was really, like, when you first read it, hold on, it's about this girl named Sage and her adopted parents, and all she wants to know is where she came from, like, who her real biological parents were. So, her parents are always like, oh, no, like, they always, like, change the subject when she starts talking about it, stuff like that. But, in the book, it sort of sounds like, in the beginning of the book, it sounds like, because, Sage is, like, the narrator of it, so, like, Sage is narrating this book, and it sort of sounds like, they're all vampires, or maybe she's a vampire or something, or her parents were vampires. But it turns out, at the very end of the book, she finally figures out her adoptive parents told her dad was a Wiccan. And Wiccans, I guess, they're sort of like witches, a little bit, I guess. And her mother wasn't. And I think her dad died, and Wiccans can't be raised by normal people. They have to be raised by, like, the tribe of Wiccans or whatever. So that's why. And they're trying to help her, like, hone in on her powers and stuff like that. Because she can see into, like, the future and stuff. Like, she can see into the future. She can sense when something bad's going to happen to somebody. Stuff like that. This book is a biography. And it was not that good. Like, I don't know if this is gonna be weird or confusing to somebody, but I like biographies that are like, it tells like a story, you know, like it flows through the whole story of this person's life. And then there's other biographies that are just like, okay, they're like really informative, and it doesn't really sound like a story, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not talking about like a fictional story where some of the facts are true about this person or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it's a real biography where it flows. And there's not that much information about this person. And I mean, there's like a lot. Like, this book that I'm going to show you is like, it's all like facts, and it's really boring. That's why I don't like it, because it's not really like, I couldn't get into like the flow of it. Because you know, like some books you read have like a flow to them and you get right into it. And then some books you're just like, I can't get into this book, so I'm going to read something different. Well, this is sort of like, I did finish it. But this is called Catherine the Great, and it's a biography by Henri, Troyat, author of Tolstoy. And it's translated by Joan Pinkham, and it's Catherine the Great. This is what the author looks like. This is what the book looks like. It has, minus the bibliography in the back, it has like 404 pages in it, minus all the stuff at the end. But it has like some of the parts, it has like, you know, picture inserts where like you can see, oh, this is what she looks like when she's a kid, this is what her husband looked like, or whatever. This book wasn't that good. Like I said, it was really more informative, and it didn't really have like a flow to me, unless like you really like biographies and you can read through like all the thick information. But it wasn't that good. Like, it was too much, like, I don't know how to say it, like splurted at you, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it like, at the beginning of the book was okay, like, about how she got to, get to the Duke. Yeah, Peter the Grand Duke. That was good, but then towards the end, it just got weird and boring, and there was too many people, and like they only mention people like one time, and then they say, oh, this person is blah 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 blah, and then they don't say it again, they just say their name. It was really confusing. So this book I also didn't like, and it's I have lots of like literature books, so every book review there might be like a literature book in it. So that's always gonna be like the maybe not so fun book. And I get them at BAM Books A Million, and I don't have any I haven't gotten any in a while because I had so many to get through. And this is Colin's Classics series. Like, I don't know if that makes a difference, but it's by, I don't know how to say, it's like it's a French book, so I don't know how you say his name in French, or if there's like any accents on it, but it's Gustave Flaubert, I'm gonna say, and it's Madame Bouvier, or however you want to say it. This book, I got to like the last like couple pages in it, but I didn't really finish it because it was just really bad. Like, I like, if you have to read this for like a class, like in college or high school, it's really, really boring. Like, there's some chapters where there's 20 pages, and the 19 out of 20 pages is just the narrator describing the scene, what's happening, and what the rooms and the people look like in the rooms. It's really boring. And there's lots of For some reason, there's a lot of French, like, it's in italics, but there's lots of French in it, and there's not, like, a footnote to say, oh, it means this, so you know what it means. It doesn't mean. There isn't any in the whole book. Like, most of it's just, like, words that, like, you don't know what they mean. Like, there was a word for carriage, and it wasn't even in French. It was, like, in some weird word that it was in English, but it wasn't in French. This is what it looks like, by the way. This is what it looks like. It was not good. It was about this woman, Madame Bovary, and she gets married, and then somewhere in the book she starts having affairs with men, and then her husband finds out, and her husband takes away, like, everything she likes, like reading and all this other stuff. So what happens is, somewhere along the lines in the book, she gets in debt, and she makes her husband sign over her debt to him, and then she dies, and then her husband, he dies too, and then they had, like, a daughter. The daughter has to go live with her, grandparents in the book, and that's how it ended. So, I feel like it would have been better, like, if there wasn't so many pages about describing the room and what the people look like. More like, you know, I don't know. Like, it wasn't that good a book. Like, the chapters were really short in it, but it just wasn't a good book. Like, I was halfway through the book, and I had to Google the title and, like, some summary of the book, so I knew what it was really about, because the only thing I knew in the book was that when I read it, like, halfway through, I just knew that she was married to Monsieur Bouvier or whatever, and she had a kid. That was basically it. So that was my book review for of books I've read in the past month. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.